Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the home build. Today we're going to be cleaning some efflorescence that happened on my decorative concrete. So what happened is I poured concrete, this exposed aggregate with a 2-foot band a couple weeks ago. It was cold, so I covered it with plastic. And now plastic sometimes can trap that moisture in, and it's very common for when you uncover it for that moisture to leave rapidly and bring with it that salts, and that causes efflorescence. That's what this white product is. It's all over this area. This is probably the worst I've ever seen it. Generally it's not so bad, not this bad, but I want to show you how to remove it. And basically it's going to bring it back to that light gray color that I have in the concrete. So I did do a test section, which is kind of this section right here, and that's going over it several times. So what the process is I'm going to wet it down, pre-wet it, and then I'm going to use this product called Sure Clean. It's going to be diluted about 8 to 1. So 8 parts to 1. So whatever 1 cup of that would be about 8 cups of water or so. What it says on the product, depending on the strength you want, is the dilution rate that you intend. So it could be 4 to 12 parts to 1. So I'm going to pick probably about a mid-level, because I got quite a bit of this efflorescence happening. I'm going to probably pick it a little less strong. I don't want to go real strong right away. And I got a pump sprayer here to spray it on. I got a little brush to help agitate it, to get it working. And then what it says is just clean water to rinse it off. So I got my hose set up, it's ready. Something to keep in mind, that what it does say is any plants, grass or that sort of thing, or metal, if you spray it on it, because it is an acid, it could kill it. The metals could discolor it, make it rust type of thing. So any preparation that you need to do on the surrounding surface that you don't want to get it on, you need to do that. So, but in this case, I'm pretty free of all those type situations. So later on I'll put in new soil over here, so I'm not too worried about that. Later on I might also actually add a neutralizer into the soil to kind of rebalance that pH. So let's sit back and let's watch this process and turn this this white efflorescence concrete back into something beautiful. So you can see the foam action. That's the acids eating the salts and as well as the cement too. So if I went too strong with it, I could actually be taking that top layer of cement off. So this is after 2 rinses and scrubs, and I can already see a difference, and I'll probably have to go over it a couple more times. if I went too aggressive with the acid solution, then man, I might be taking off more than I want. So you can see, maybe you can see right there's kind of a gray spot still. And part of it, to be honest, I might not be able to get rid of, because plastic can stain your concrete as well. So what happens is it cures at different rates. So be real careful with covering it with plastic. I guess if I would have, hindsight's 20/20, if I would have known, I would have risked probably letting it freeze, because it only got down to about 34 when we poured those couple days. I wouldn't have even covered it, and that would allow moisture to get out like it should be for proper curing. But you know, here we are, and this is what we're doing. So hopefully I can get rid of some of this coloring. Just go over it a few more times with the acid cleaning. So I'm just working this one area until I get it to where I want it. At least that way I have an idea what I need to do for the others. Well, it's been a few days to let the concrete dry, and as you can see, it looks so much better. The sheetrockers have been walking over it, so disregard the footprints. That will clean up and pressure wash off. But all that efflorescence, for the most part, is all gone. So you saw the process. The efflorescence remover that I used, it took 3 to 4 coats to get rid of all of that. Now I'm expecting a little bit more to come up and out of it, so I'm not going to seal it quite yet, as much as that kind of does make me nervous with people, construction workers, walking over it and that sort of thing, and especially mud could stain the concrete. But I need it to stay open and let that moisture, anything that's underneath that concrete, to finish getting out any more efflorescence, and then I can do another acid wash or a cleaning, and I can make sure all this is cleaned out. A couple days of good dry weather, and then seal it. So that would be the process. But in all, I'm pretty happy with it. If you know, I'm not too sure about it. I wish it was a little bit darker around the borders, but I could always do a stain, that sort of thing. The garage door right here, where some of this gray concrete is gonna, or non-colored concrete is going to be exposed. I'll be staining that later on, so maybe to try to match this a little bit better. But you know, pretty happy with it. So concrete, it can get patched and get fixed, you know, things like that. So don't freak out, you know, when you have an issue like efflorescence, it can be fixed. So you just got to go through those steps, you know. It was a lot of work for me to get that done, you know. It was a few hours of work, but it's worth it. So I like the design, I like the style, I like the exposed aggregate. So this color of exposed aggregate, it all depends on what the quarry of the rock from where they're getting concrete. So if it's a lot of more darker aggregates, then this will be darker. So it's kind of that look. That's it. Hopefully you learned something about cleaning, removing efflorescence on an area like this. This was the more efflorescence than expected, but I was able to clean it off. So that's it. And like always, be safe out there, especially when you're dealing with acids for cleaners and that sort of thing. To protect your skin, protect your eyes, and all that sort of thing. So other than that, I'll see you next time on the home build.